How do you find the first recorded use of slang? Imagine trying to catch the very first time someone used a word or phrase that wasn't part of the formal language. That's what researching slang history is all about. To do this, you start by searching through old texts, books, and dictionaries. These sources often contain examples of informal language that was written down. Since slang is usually spoken, the earliest uses might not be in print, but when they are, they can tell us a lot. One of the first steps is to look at old dictionaries and glossaries. For example, the first English dictionary of slang was published in the year 1699. It listed many slang words used at that time, giving us a snapshot of language from over 300 years ago. These early dictionaries are like time capsules, showing us how people spoke in different eras. Another way is to examine historical documents related to specific groups. Criminals, actors, and urban communities often use slang to communicate secretly or to create a sense of identity. For instance, in Elizabethan England, criminals used a form of slang called thieves' cant. Records of this language date back to the late 1600s. These records come from court documents, pamphlets, and writings that describe how these groups communicated. Researchers also analyze the etymology, or the origin, of the word slang itself. Some believe it comes from Scandinavian languages, where words related to slang meant a territory or area. Over time, this idea extended to the language used by those groups. Comparing early uses in different dialects and languages helps trace how slang words spread and changed. Because slang is often tied to specific social groups and changes quickly, its earliest uses are often found in marginalized or subcultural groups. These groups, language was rarely recorded until outsiders or writers documented it. So, finding the first recorded use involves searching through old texts, studying the history of social groups, and understanding how language evolved. In practical terms, you look at old books, dictionaries, and documents that mention informal or non-standard language. You also study the history of groups known for slang use, like thieves or performers. Tracing the roots of slang words helps reveal how they originated and shifted in meaning. Remember, slang often existed orally before it was written down, so the first recorded use might come years after people first started speaking it. All of this shows that slang's history is like a puzzle. Each piece, old texts, social history, and word origins, helps us see how informal language has always been part of human life. It's a way for groups to connect, hide secrets, or stand out. Finding the first recorded use is like uncovering a hidden chapter in the story of language itself.